China is a land where ancient wonders meet modern marvels. A country that tells its story through breathtaking landscapes, timeless traditions, and futuristic cities. From the snow-capped peaks of the Himalayas to the warm sands of the Gobi Desert, every corner of China holds something magical to discover. This vast country is home to one of the world's oldest civilizations, where history lives in ancient palaces, sacred temples, and iconic landmarks. You can walk along the Great Wall that stretches across mountains, explore the Forbidden City in Beijing, or feel the spiritual calm of the Terracotta Army in Xi'an. China is not only about history, it is also about nature's masterpieces. The surreal karst mountains of Xi'an, the colorful lakes of Zhuangzi Valley, and the misty peaks of Zhangjiajie that inspired floating mountains in movies. The bustling cities like Shanghai, Guangzhou, and Shenzhen reveal a different side of China, dynamic, creative, and full of energy. In contrast, ancient water towns and peaceful villages reflect the calm rhythm of traditional life. From delicious street food to elegant tea ceremonies, from traditional festivals to modern skylines, China blends the old and new in perfect harmony. Every journey here feels like stepping into a living story, one that continues to surprise, inspire, and captivate. The Great Wall of China is one of the most remarkable creations in human history, stretching across mountains, valleys, and deserts like a dragon guarding the heart of China. Built and rebuilt over many centuries, the wall once served as a powerful defense line, protecting ancient kingdoms and empires from invasions. Walking along its stone pathways, you can almost hear the echoes of the past, the footsteps of soldiers, the call of watchtowers, and the whisper of the wind that has brushed these walls for thousands of years. Each brick tells a story of courage, unity, and endurance. The wall winds its way through breathtaking landscapes, across steep ridges, rolling hills, and peaceful countryside. Some sections, like Badaling and Muchenyu near Beijing, are beautifully restored and easy to explore. Others remain wild and rugged, offering a sense of raw adventure and quiet solitude. Beyond its incredible scale, the Great Wall represents the spirit of China itself, strong, enduring, and timeless. It stands as a symbol of human determination and the desire to reach beyond limits. Whether you see it at sunrise glowing under golden light or under the stars on a quiet night, the Great Wall of China is a place that truly leaves a mark on your heart. The Forbidden City is the grand heart of Beijing and the former imperial palace of China's mighty emperors. For more than 5 centuries, this magnificent complex was the center of power, mystery, and tradition, closed off from the outside world and reserved only for royalty. As you step through its towering red gates, time seems to slow down. Golden roofs shimmer in the sunlight, carved dragons guard the halls, and vast courtyards unfold one after another. Each filled with stories from ancient dynasties. Every detail here, from the delicate paintings to the stone lions at the entrance, reflects the harmony and perfection valued in traditional Chinese architecture. The palace holds thousands of rooms and countless treasures, making it one of the largest and most complete ancient palace complexes in the world. Wandering through its corridors feels like walking through living history, where emperors once ruled, scholars recorded great events, and rituals shaped the destiny of a nation. Beyond its beauty, the Forbidden City represents the soul of Chinese civilization, a place of wisdom, balance, and deep cultural pride. It reminds every visitor that the past is not forgotten but continues to breathe in the heart of modern China. The Summer Palace in Beijing is a masterpiece of classical Chinese landscape design, a place where nature and art come together in perfect harmony. Built as a royal retreat, it once served as a peaceful escape for emperors seeking rest from the busy life of the Forbidden City. The moment you enter, you are surrounded by calm beauty, gentle hills, sparkling lakes, and elegant pavilions reflected in the still water. The heart of the palace is Kunming Lake, where graceful bridges curve across the surface and boats glide softly through the mist. Rising above the lake is Longevity Hill, crowned with grand temples and halls that offer sweeping views of the entire garden below. Every path and every pavilion here has meaning. The long covered walkway, decorated with thousands of painted scenes, tells stories from legends and history. Stone bridges lead to quiet islands, while willow trees sway gently in the breeze. It is a place made for reflection, poetry, and peace. The Summer Palace is more than just a royal garden. It is a living expression of Chinese philosophy, where harmony between humans and nature is celebrated in every corner. Visiting it feels like stepping into a dream painted with light, color, and timeless grace. Tiananmen Square stands at the very heart of Beijing. A vast open space that has witnessed many of China's most important moments in history. It is one of the largest city squares in the world, surrounded by grand monuments and buildings that reflect the spirit and strength of the Chinese nation. As you walk across its wide stone paths, you feel the weight of time and tradition all around you. At the center rises the monument to the people's heroes, built to honor those who shaped the nation's journey. To the north stands the iconic Tiananmen Gate, with its towering red walls and golden roofs, leading toward the Forbidden City. The square is also home to the Great Hall of the People, where national ceremonies are held, and the National Museum of China, which tells the story of the country's deep and diverse heritage. Every morning, the flag-raising ceremony draws crowds who come to witness this moving symbol of pride and unity. Tiananmen Square is more than a landmark. It is a place where the past and present meet. It reminds every visitor of China's long path of change, resilience, and progress. Standing here surrounded by history and modern life, you truly feel the heartbeat of the nation. The Temple of Heaven in Beijing is one of the most beautiful and sacred places in China. Built during the Ming Dynasty, it was once the site where emperors prayed to heaven for good harvests and harmony between heaven and earth. Today, it stands as a masterpiece of architecture, philosophy, and balance. As you walk through its grand gates, the atmosphere feels calm and spiritual. The Hall of Prayer for Good Harvests, with its deep blue roof and perfect circular shape, rises gracefully toward the sky. Every part of its design carries meaning. The round halls symbolize heaven, while the square courtyards represent earth, showing the ancient belief in harmony between the two. Surrounding the temple are peaceful gardens and open spaces where locals gather to practice Tai Chi, play music, or simply enjoy the morning sun. The sound of bamboo flutes and laughter fills the air, blending modern life with ancient tradition. The Temple of Heaven is not only a symbol of faith, but also a reflection of China's deep connection to nature and the cosmos. Standing on the echoing stone platform, you can feel the same sense of reverence that emperors once felt, a quiet reminder of the beauty that comes from balance, respect, and peace. The Ming Tombs, located just outside Beijing, are a grand resting place for the emperors of the Ming dynasty. Surrounded by peaceful hills and ancient trees, this sacred valley holds the tombs of 13 emperors, each built with deep respect and careful design to honor their power and legacy. As you enter through the Spirit Way, a long stone path lined with mighty statues of animals and guardians, you can feel the solemn beauty of the place. The stone figures stand silently on both sides, watching over the emperors for eternity. The air is calm, and every step along the avenue feels like walking through a bridge between the past and the present. Among the many tombs, the Changling tomb is the largest and best preserved, known for its grand halls and impressive architecture. Inside the underground chambers of some tombs, visitors can see ancient treasures, golden crowns, and jade ornaments that once belonged to the royal families. The Ming tombs are more than burial sites. They are symbols of respect for ancestors and reminders of the great achievements of a powerful dynasty. Set against green mountains and open skies, this sacred place captures the harmony between nature, history, and eternal peace. The Lama Temple, also known as Yonghai Temple, is one of the most beautiful and spiritually rich places in Beijing. Once an imperial residence, it later became the largest and most important Tibetan Buddhist temple in the city. Today, it stands as a peaceful sanctuary filled with the scent of incense and the sound of softly ringing bells. As you walk through its red gates, colorful prayer flags flutter in the breeze, and the air feels calm and sacred. Golden roofs shine above detailed wooden carvings, while monks dressed in deep maroon robes move quietly between halls. Each building holds elegant statues, intricate murals, and timeless symbols of Buddhist devotion. At the heart of the temple stands the towering statue of Maitreya Buddha, carved from a single piece of sandalwood and reaching high toward the ceiling, a breathtaking sight that inspires awe and serenity. The Lama Temple is more than a religious site. It is a place where history, culture, and faith come together in perfect balance. Visitors come not only to admire its beauty, but to find a moment of peace and reflection in the middle of the busy city. Here, ancient wisdom continues to guide modern life, offering a gentle reminder of compassion, patience, and inner calm. Beihai Park in Beijing is one of the oldest and most graceful imperial gardens in China. Once reserved for emperors and their families, it now welcomes visitors from around the world who come to enjoy its calm beauty and timeless charm. At the center of the park lies a shimmering lake, where small boats glide gently across the water, reflecting the willow trees and ancient pavilions that line the shore. Rising above the lake is the White Dagoba, a shining white stupa that rests on the top of Jade Flower Island. From there you can see the whole park spread out below, a peaceful scene of gardens, temples, and winding pathways. Every corner of Beihai Park holds something special. The Nine-Dragon screen, with its vivid glazed tiles, tells stories from ancient legend. Stone bridges lead to quiet courtyards where you can hear the rustle of leaves and the soft sound of flowing water. In spring, the air fills with the fragrance of blooming flowers, while in winter the frozen lake becomes a playground for laughter and joy. Beihai Park is more than a beautiful garden, it is a living connection between history and everyday life. It shows the traditional Chinese belief in harmony between humans and nature, offering a space for peace, reflection, and gentle happiness. The Hutongs of Beijing are the living heart of the city's old neighborhoods, where history and daily life blend together in narrow lanes full of charm and character. These winding alleys have been home to generations of families, preserving a lifestyle that reflects the soul of traditional Beijing. Walking through a hutong feels like stepping back in time. Grey brick walls line the pathways, bicycles lean against doorways, and the smell of freshly cooked dumplings drifts through the air. Behind the wooden gates lie courtyards known as Xi'an, where families gather, children play, and neighbors share stories under the shade of old trees. Each hutong has its own story. Some are quiet and peaceful, while others buzz with the sound of street vendors, laughter, and the rhythm of everyday life. Popular areas like Nanlu Guk Xi'an and Yandai Siji are filled with small shops, tea houses, and local snacks, blending old traditions with modern creativity. The Hutongs are more than just historic streets, they are a living museum of culture, friendship, and community. They remind every visitor that the spirit of Beijing is not only found in its grand palaces and temples, but also in the warmth of its people and the simple beauty of life in these ancient lanes. The Terracotta Army in Xi'an is one of the greatest archaeological discoveries in the world, a silent army that has guarded the tomb of China's first emperor for more than 2,000 years. Standing face to face with these ancient warriors feels like meeting history itself. Each soldier is unique. Their faces, armor, and even their expressions are different, carefully crafted by skilled hands long ago. There are archers, generals, and horses, all arranged in perfect formation, ready to protect their emperor in the afterlife. The scale and detail of the Terracotta Army reveal the power, artistry, and vision of the Qin dynasty. Discovered by farmers digging a well, the site has since uncovered thousands of life-sized figures, yet many parts of the emperor's tomb remain untouched, holding mysteries still waiting to be revealed. The warriors stand beneath vast underground halls, preserved as they were built centuries ago, a remarkable link between the ancient and the present. The Terracotta Army is more than a historical wonder. It is a symbol of devotion, creativity, and the human desire for eternity. Standing among these silent guardians, you can feel the strength of a civilization that shaped the foundation of China's history and continues to inspire awe around the world. The Xi'an City Wall is one of the oldest and best preserved city walls in China, standing proudly as a reminder of the city's long and powerful history. Originally built during the Ming dynasty, it once protected the ancient capital from invaders and now surrounds the heart of modern Xi'an with strength and grace. Walking along the top of the wall offers a perfect view of the city. On one side, the old streets and ancient towers, on the other, the growing skyline of a vibrant modern city. The wall stretches for many kilometers, wide enough for bicycles and even small carts, allowing visitors to explore it at their own pace. Massive gates, corner towers, and watchtowers line the wall, each built with precision and beauty. The South Gate, with its grand arches and sturdy stonework, is the most famous and often used for cultural performances and ceremonies. As you walk, the soft breeze carries the sound of life below, markets, music, and laughter blending with the whispers of the past. The Xi'an City Wall is more than a defense structure. It is a symbol of endurance and heritage. It connects the ancient spirit of China's old capitals with the energy of the present, reminding everyone that history is not just something to remember, it is something to walk through and feel with every step. big wild goose pagoda in Xi'an is one of the most famous landmarks in China, a graceful symbol of ancient wisdom and spiritual devotion. Built during the Tang dynasty, it was originally created to store sacred Buddhist scriptures brought from India by the monk Xuanzang after his long and legendary journey along the Silk Road. The pagoda rises high above the city, simple yet majestic in design. Its brick structure stands firm against time, reflecting the strength and harmony of traditional Chinese architecture. As you walk toward it, the sound of temple bells fills the air, blending with the quiet chanting of monks and the soft rustle of trees in the courtyard. Climbing to the top offers a peaceful view of Xi'an, a landscape where old temples meet modern streets, and history flows side by side with everyday life. The walls inside the pagoda are engraved with delicate carvings and scriptures that tell stories of faith, learning, and cultural exchange. The big wild goose pagoda is not only a place of worship, but also a symbol of knowledge and discovery. It represents the journey of understanding between nations, the connection between Buddhism and Chinese culture, and the timeless human search for wisdom and peace. Standing before it, you feel both humbled and inspired by its quiet power. The Muslim Quarter in Xi'an is a lively and colorful neighborhood that captures the spirit of the ancient Silk Road. For centuries, it has been home to the city's Muslim community, whose ancestors once traded, cooked, and prayed here after journeying from faraway lands. Today, it remains one of the most vibrant areas in Xi'an, filled with history, culture, and delicious food. As you walk through the narrow streets, the air fills with the smell of freshly baked bread, roasted lamb, and sizzling noodles. Bright signs, lanterns, and sounds of laughter make every corner feel alive. Street vendors call out proudly, offering famous local dishes like royamo, spicy skewers, and sweet persimmon cakes, flavors that tell the story of a city shaped by trade and tradition. Amid all the energy, you can also find peace at the Great Mosque of Xi'an, one of the oldest and most beautiful mosques in China. Its courtyards and stone carvings blend Islamic and Chinese architectural styles in perfect harmony. The Muslim Quarter is more than a food street. It is a living bridge between cultures, a reminder of Xi'an's role as the eastern gateway of the Silk Road. Every sound, taste, and smile here connects past and present, showing how diversity has always been part of China's story. The bell tower of Xi'an stands proudly at the very center of the city, a symbol of harmony between ancient tradition and modern life. Built during the Ming dynasty, it once marked the heart of the old capital, where its bell would ring each morning to signal the start of a new day. Today, it still stands tall, surrounded by the energy of a city that never forgets its roots. The tower's elegant wooden structure rises above the busy crossroads, glowing warmly in the sunlight by day and shining beautifully at night when lanterns and lights illuminate its rooftops. Its curved eaves, red pillars, and golden decorations reflect the graceful style of traditional Chinese architecture. Inside, visitors can explore its wooden halls and see the great bronze bell that once echoed through the ancient city. From the upper level, the view stretches in all directions: the drum tower to the west, the old streets below, and the modern skyline beyond. The bell tower is more than a historic monument. It is the heartbeat of Xi'an. It connects the past and present, reminding everyone that the rhythm of history still resonates in the city's spirit. Standing here listening to the soft chime of the bell, you can feel the harmony of time, culture, and life flowing together in perfect balance. The Bund in Shanghai is one of the most iconic waterfronts in the world. A place where history and modernity stand side by side along the banks of the Hongcun River. Once the center of international trade, the Bund still carries the elegance of a bygone era while overlooking the dazzling skyline of modern Shanghai. As you walk along the promenade, the contrast is breathtaking. On one side rise the grand colonial buildings, each with its own story and unique architectural style, from neoclassical banks to Art Deco hotels that once welcomed travelers from around the globe. On the other side, across the river, the futuristic towers of Pudong shimmer with light, crowned by the graceful Oriental Pearl Tower. When evening comes, the Bund transforms into a sea of color and energy. The lights of the city reflect on the water, creating a view that feels both timeless and alive. Street musicians play softly, couples stroll by hand in hand, and the gentle sound of the river flows beneath it all. The Bund is more than a landmark. It is the living heart of Shanghai. It captures the city's bold spirit. Where East meets West, past meets future, and tradition meets innovation. Standing here, looking across the glowing skyline, you can truly feel the pulse of modern China. The Shanghai Tower rises gracefully above the city's skyline. A shining symbol of innovation, progress, and the limitless ambition of modern China. Standing in the heart of Pudong, it spirals toward the clouds like a ribbon of glass and steel, reflecting both the power and beauty of contemporary design. From its base to its very top, every detail of the tower represents creativity and vision. Its twisting shape is not only stunning to look at, but also engineered to resist the wind and save energy, showing how technology and art can work in harmony. Inside, the tower holds offices, hotels, gardens, and one of the highest observation decks in the world. Riding the high-speed elevator feels like traveling into the sky itself. Within seconds, you arrive at the observation deck, where Shanghai stretches endlessly below, the Huangpu River winding through the city, the Bund glowing in the distance, and countless lights sparkling like stars. At night, the tower becomes a beacon, its soft glow reflecting across the river. It stands as a proud message of what China has become, a nation that honors its history while reaching boldly toward the future. The Shanghai Tower is more than a skyscraper. It is a symbol of imagination and human achievement, reminding every visitor that dreams, when built with courage and purpose, can truly touch the sky. Yu Garden in Shanghai is a peaceful sanctuary hidden within the heart of the city, a place where ancient beauty and quiet charm still bloom amid the modern skyline. Built during the Ming dynasty, it was designed as a private retreat, a garden for reflection, balance, and joy. Today, it remains one of the most treasured examples of classical Chinese garden design. As you step inside, the noise of the city fades away. Winding paths lead through delicate pavilions. Stone bridges arch gracefully over calm ponds, and koi fish swim beneath the reflection of old willow trees. Every rock, flower, and wall is placed with purpose, creating perfect harmony between nature and art. The garden is filled with details that tell stories: dragon walls curling across courtyards, carved wood panels glowing in soft light, and quiet tea houses where visitors can pause to enjoy a cup of fragrant jasmine tea. From every corner, the view changes, revealing new scenes like brushstrokes in a living painting. Outside the garden lies the lively Yuan Bazaar, where the scent of traditional snacks and the hum of merchants fill the air. Together, they show the contrast that defines Shanghai: calm tradition beside vibrant modern life. Yu Garden is more than a historic site. It is a place that captures the poetic spirit of old China, reminding every visitor that peace and beauty can still be found even in the heart of a great city. Nanjing Road in Shanghai is one of the most famous shopping streets in the world, a vibrant avenue that never sleeps and always shines with energy, stretching from the historic Bund to the modern heart of the city. It captures the full spirit of Shanghai, fast, colorful, and endlessly exciting. As you walk down Nanjing Road, every step feels alive. Bright lights flash from towering stores, music flows from open cafes, and the scent of freshly baked pastries fills the air. Luxury brands, local boutiques, and traditional shops line the street, blending old Shanghai charm with the sparkle of modern style. During the day, the street buzzes with shoppers and visitors from around the world. At night, it transforms into a glowing sea of neon lights, reflecting on the polished walkways as trams glide quietly through the crowd. Street performers, artists, and musicians add life to every corner, turning a simple walk into a celebration of sound and color. Nanjing Road is more than a shopping destination. It is the heartbeat of Shanghai's modern life. It shows the city's love for progress, while keeping a touch of nostalgia for its past. Whether you come to shop, explore, or simply feel the energy of the city, Nanjing Road welcomes everyone with open arms and endless light. Tiger Hill in Suzhou is a place where nature, legend, and history come together in perfect harmony. Known as the #1 scenic spot in Suzhou, it is a peaceful hill covered with ancient trees, stone pathways, and timeless stories that reach back more than 2,000 years. At the top of the hill stands the Tiger Hill Pagoda, often called the Leaning Tower of China. Its gentle tilt and graceful design make it one of Suzhou's most iconic landmarks. The pagoda has watched over the city for centuries, witnessing dynasties rise and fade while remaining proudly rooted in the heart of nature. As you wander along winding trails, you'll find quiet ponds, moss-covered rocks, and beautifully carved gateways. The sword pool, said to be the burial place of a legendary king's sword, adds a touch of mystery to the serene surroundings. Every corner of Tiger Hill carries a story, from ancient poets who found inspiration here to travelers who came seeking peace and reflection. The sound of birds and flowing water fills the air, blending with the gentle whispers of the breeze. Tiger Hill is more than a scenic spot. It is a living poem of Suzhou's history and spirit. Visiting it feels like stepping into a dream painted with stone, water, and time. The lingering garden in Suzhou is a masterpiece of classical Chinese landscape design, a place where beauty, balance, and peace blend into one timeless scene. It is one of the most celebrated gardens in China, known for its elegant architecture, flowing water, and artistic harmony between nature and human creativity. As you step inside, winding corridors lead you through a world of calm and wonder. Stone bridges curve over quiet ponds, pavilions rest beside bamboo groves, and windows frame perfect views like paintings brought to life. Every rock, tree, and reflection seems carefully placed to create a sense of endless space, even within the garden's gentle walls. The lingering garden is famous for its 4 distinct sections, each with its own theme and mood. Some areas are full of life and open air, while others invite quiet reflection. The melodies of guzheng music sometimes float through the air, adding to the dreamlike atmosphere. Throughout the garden, calligraphy, carved wood, and traditional art fill the halls, reminding visitors that this place was built not only for leisure but for inspiration and thought. The lingering garden is more than a place to visit. It is a feeling, a gentle pause in time where nature and the human heart move in harmony. Walking through it, you can feel the poetry of Suzhou come alive in every step and every breath. The Shanghai Museum is one of the finest places in China to explore the nation's vast and fascinating history. Located in the heart of the city, it is a treasure house of art and culture, where thousands of years of Chinese civilization come together under one graceful roof. The museum's round top and square base reflect the ancient Chinese belief in a round heaven and square earth, symbolizing balance and harmony. Inside, quiet galleries lead visitors on a journey through time, from ancient bronzes and delicate ceramics to silk paintings, calligraphy, and elegant jade carvings. Each exhibit tells a story of craftsmanship, belief, and daily life from dynasties long past. The bronze collection shines with the beauty of ancient ritual vessels, while the painting and calligraphy halls reveal the spirit of Chinese philosophy and artistic expression. The furniture and minority art sections add even more depth, showing the diversity and creativity that have shaped Chinese culture for centuries. Walking through the museum feels like stepping through the pages of history, guided by the artistry and wisdom of generations. The Shanghai Museum is more than a collection of artifacts. It is a living bridge between the past and the present, reminding us that beauty, knowledge, and culture are treasures meant to be shared with the world. Hongcun Ancient Village is a living painting of old China, a place where time moves gently and history breathes through every narrow lane and peaceful pond. Nestled at the foot of Mount Huangshan in Anhui Province, it is one of the most beautiful and well-preserved ancient villages in the country, known for its perfect harmony between architecture and nature. The village layout is shaped like an ox, with streams flowing like veins through its heart. Whitewashed houses with black tiled roofs stand gracefully beside calm waters, their reflections shimmering like ink on silk. Stone bridges arch over clear canals, and red lanterns sway softly in the breeze, giving the village a dreamlike charm. Every courtyard, hall, and carved window here tells a story of prosperity and artistry from the Ming and Qing dynasties. The moon pond at the center mirrors the sky, while the South Lake offers one of the most poetic scenes in all of rural China. Hongcun is more than a historical site. It is a place that preserves the essence of traditional Chinese life. The sound of running water, the rhythm of footsteps on stone, and the laughter of villagers create a sense of timeless peace. No wonder it has inspired countless painters and filmmakers who seek to capture its quiet beauty. Visiting Hongcun feels like stepping into a world untouched by time, where art, nature, and daily life exist in perfect balance. Erhai Lake, in Dali of Yunnan Province, is one of China's most beautiful and peaceful lakes, a shining mirror of blue set between green mountains and open skies. The name Erhai means ear-shaped sea, describing its graceful curve that stretches like a shimmering ribbon through the valley. The water here is so clear that it reflects the clouds and the snow-capped peaks in perfect harmony. Small white-sailed boats glide gently across the surface, while fishermen cast their nets in the golden light of dawn. The sound of rippling waves and the distant call of birds create an atmosphere of calm and freedom. Around the lake, traditional Bai villages rest quietly along the shore, their white-walled homes and flower-filled courtyards adding to the charm of the landscape. You can ride a bicycle or take a slow drive along the lakeside road, passing fields of flowers, ancient temples, and wooden docks that stretch into the water. Erhai Lake is not only a place of beauty, but also a symbol of balance between people and nature. It has inspired poets, painters, and travelers for generations with its ever-changing reflections. Blue in the morning, silver at noon, and gold at sunset. Standing by Erhai Lake, watching the waves shimmer under the soft wind, you feel as if time slows down. It is a place where the heart finds peace, and the world feels beautifully still.